Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. In the last episode we took down Braskus Fern Leon, Sir Jacked, a little bit too easily thanks to me being a klutz, having the celestial weapons out, but yeah, sorry about that. In this episode we have got to summon our Aeons and we're going to have to take them down, I'm afraid. Yu Yevon is going to want to fuse with them and try and fuse them into sin, as it were, and we're going to destroy them in the process. Before he can do that, should I say. So now this is different in the North American version compared to the International PAL version, because in the North American version Yuna doesn't say anything while summoning. But I believe I like how it just goes straight into a battle there. So yes, we're going to take each one of these out one at a time. Nothing like the Dark Aeons. Not at all. Possessed by Yu Yevon. Okay, so I take it it's got the pagodas here as well. And that looks... Whoa! Okay, so it actually turns it into like Dark Aeon looking. It's kind of cool. Right, let's get rid of that celestial weapon, shall we? Right, everyone, let's... I don't know what kind of HP we're running at here, so let's just attack the pagodas and stop these. I believe they have 9,000, or is it 5,000 HP they start at? Yes, it is 5,000, I believe. Don't know how much HP these Aeons have. Let's just stop the pagodas though. Oh wow, okay, so they don't have a lot of HP at all. They might be compared to what actual... No, I don't think they are. I think they do. It's not dependent on what HP you have. This is what's different here. There, in the American version, you never see that little scene where you can see her in pain, because it kind of made no sense that she's summoning her own Aeons to kill and she's, you know, showing no remorse about doing it. In this version, she obviously each time she kills one, you're just going to see a little scene of her. Just, I believe she might talk as well. It just makes it more heartwarming. Okay, Ifrit. Possessed by Yu Yevon. We're not even going to take down the pagodas. Now that I know their HP isn't that high, I'm just going to attack them. So she's got under 20,000 as well. She had Protect on though, so if you didn't have a high strength, it would have been a little bit of a longer fight, just a couple more hits. I mean, by this point you should be dealing 9,999, unless you've just rushed through the entire game without doing any side stuff, which is okay if you have. There we go, here's another one. I really do love that, because it looks like she's, you know, she's struggling to go through with this. Without those little scenes, it just... there's absolutely no sympathy or whatever. Next up, Ixion. I am going to do these in order, I may as well. And if you haven't collected the secret Aeons, then you won't have to fight the secret Aeons, because obviously you're fighting your own Aeons. But you will obviously have to fight the first 5 because they're mandatory in the storyline. And are you gonna... so you don't have Protect? No. Still under 20,000 HP, but over 10. Or it may be exactly 10,000. I don't think it is though. You'd think for final bosses these would be harder, or just these last bosses in general would be harder, but I remember when as soon as you get on the airship, the game just changes as soon as you get free roam, because you can do what you want, level up how you want. And the hardest bosses in the game are without a doubt Yuna and Seymour at Mount Gagazet. In the main storyline, of course. When I'm talking about side bosses, you've seen them all now. The only thing I didn't do in this game was the Albert primers, collecting the rest of Auron's spheres, which would have unlocked his final overdrive, which is called Tornado. And there was something else. I didn't collect Lulu's, not Lulu, Lulu's celestial weapon either, because she's just useless at this stage in the game. I'd never use her. I never have. I never would, because her overdrive's just pointless. It's magic based, and magic has to go through magic defense. It's not based upon the celestial weapon, which ignores defense. But well, actually, it doesn't ignore defense in an overdrive. But yeah, it's all magic based, and I don't like it. Anyway, enough of that rant. How much HP? No, still under 20,000. That's officially half of our Aeons gone now. I know you can count the 3 major sisters as 3, but count them as 1. Hang in there, Yuna. We've got to do this. There is absolutely no other way. Now, I can imagine if you had your stats at the strength mark, if you weren't using, let's say if you were using Riku, Lulu and Walker and you hadn't leveled them up, then these fights could be pretty damn interesting. I've got no doubt, but if you've played and actually experienced the game a decent amount, you're going to have no problem. In fact, you'll be killing all of these creatures, including the final boss, in one hit. I just always remember it being notorious for me as a kid, just that these final bosses on this game are easy. Just kind of like Kingdom Hearts as well in the finale and that. They're just easy bosses. And the side bosses, when you've just got to look, if you want to find the hard stuff, you've got to look for it. And you've got to work for it. There's Dark Bahamut, there's all the original Aeons down, we just have Yojimbo, Anima and the Mega Sisters left. Now I'm thinking Anima would have... Why is it Anima and not Yojimbo? Oh, the game classes Anima as being the first one to collect for some reason. Although I don't class it as that, because you can collect Yojimbo before you even arrive at Mount Gagazet. I didn't do that, but you can have Yojimbo as you fight Yuna. So what are we looking at HP wise? Probably the same amount. No, I thought she'd have some more HP, but not more than 10,000 more. We can do this. Yojimbo's next. I'm not sure about his overdrive actually. If he does use Zanmato, he probably will. But at the same time, I'm thinking he probably won't, because that's actually... No, I don't think he would. But I don't imagine he'd have as much HP as Anima, or if he did, not much more. How much HP are we talking about? Yojimbo might actually have a high evasion stat, so if you haven't built your luck up or your accuracy, you may actually struggle to defeat him, but with his low HP, it shouldn't be a problem. None of these fights should be a problem. Not that that's the point of this. Right, final set. The Major Sisters. Just trying to think, how does Yu Yevon possess all three of them? Is it going to split into three? It does as well, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna slice and dice. Whoa, there's 5 sets of enemies. Energy Rain. Let's just do something cool for a change on the final. Dark Aeons. No, not even Dark Aeons. They're our own Aeons. I like how it says both. How it doesn't do one individually. Right, okay, oh, so these have more HP. Right, first of these to actually get an attack. And I haven't even mentioned this at all. You've got constant auto life at this point in the game. Yes, we haven't seen that before. You get constant... I didn't realise that actually happened right now. You cannot physically die. It's impossible to die. I still don't actually understand why. Like, that fairy, like, whatever comes down, and... I don't understand why, but you basically... No, stop attacking yourself. You can't die. So let's just progress. I can imagine you actually need your stats really high to deal a lot of damage against these guys. Right, these 3 are definitely the most powerful out of the lot of them. Not just because there's 3, they've actually got the most HP as well. That's all of them, that's all of our Aeons. I'd like to see Yu Yevon possess something now. Because normally, when Sin is defeated, Yu Yevon would possess the final Aeon, because no one would, the final Aeon would kill the summoner, and no one would be able to stop the final Aeon, so Yu Yevon would possess it. But that's not happened in this case, so things are totally different. I believe that's the case anyway. Whoa. That thing looks weird. And there's that symbol that we see. Look at Ricky's face. She looks angry. That's hilarious.
Everyone? This is the last time we fight together. Okay?
Huh?
What I'm trying to say is, after we beat Yu Yevon, I'll disappear.
What are you talking about?
Oh man, that must be so hard for Yuna to hear.
I'm saying goodbye.
Not now.
Not just yet, we need to take this guy out first.
But this is my story.
Right. This is it, final fight. I believe it's Yu Yevon, yes, Yu Yevon and the Yu Pagodas. I'm gonna end this episode off here. And in the next episode, it will be the finale. I hope you've all enjoyed watching. I'll see you next time.